We are indeed facing a global pandemic of feminicide, and the statistics confirms this. So it's an urgent matter, and that's why I wrote The Simple Art of Killing a Woman. Well, I wanted to write a book that was at the same time real and onirical. So I weave in the tragic personal story of the main character, a lawyer whose mother was murdered by her father, and the forest, and the beautiful legend of an indigenous tribe of women warriors who fight for their freedom, and real crimes of feminicide, these kind of crimes that you read on newspaper every day. And so I believe this blend of different elements resulted in a tragic, human and yet poetic portrayal of the contemporary woman in my country. I think that we have in our imagination this idea of the forest as a woman, a being capable of giving life, creating life. So it's almost natural, the parallel between the forest and the woman that I present in my novel, The Simple Art of Killing a Woman. And I think that the destruction of the Amazon forest can be seen through the lens of the body politics. In a patriarchal society, the forest, like the woman body, is not a being, it's a thing to be violated, to be exploited, and to be discarded. So actually, as it is known, it's hard to understand the climate issue and the destruction of the Amazon forest without understanding the policy of destroying bodies, because both matters are intersected by gender, class, and race issues. Well, whenever they ask me that question, I am reminded of a story told by the Israeli writer Amos Oz. He had a funny neighbor, who would always say, I need to have my hair done nicely because if I end up as a character in Amos Oz's book, I want to look good. And Amos Oz explained to his neighbor, well, it's not quite like that, Think about an apple. What's an apple made of? Sun, earth, rain, but when you take a bite, the taste is totally different. So the same happens when reality becomes fiction. And of course, I did a lot of research to write my novel, The Simple Art of Killing a Woman. But the novel is imagination, is fantasy, like all literature. I find it crucial to engage in discussions on feminicide because it primarily concerns the violation of human rights. And when we examine the statistics of such crimes, not only in Brazil but also in European countries, we see that the writer Diana Russell is right when she compares our current reality to that period between the 14th and 17th centuries during the Inquisition. We are indeed facing a global pandemic of feminicide, and the statistics confirms this. So it's an urgent matter, and that's why I wrote The Simple Art of Killing a Woman. I have just finished reading Tolstoy's Anna Karenina, and it's an intense novel about the burden of a deep passion. And I really believe that no one can live in a permanent condition of passion as Anna Karenina. In the long run, it can destroy us. And I don't know of any other writer who has dealt with such a rich subject in such a brilliant way as Tolstoy. It's really a great novel.